Are you or a loved one disabled? Do you feel alone, lost, and confused as to how to win your Social Security case? If you're watching this video, it's probably because you have so many questions and you're desperately looking for the answers. Hi, my name is Avi Leibovic, and I'm the owner at Benefits for All and the lead attorney at Avi Leibovic Associates. Over the course of my 20-year career, I've overseen the processing and screening of over 500,000 disability cases, working with the largest hospitals, neighborhood clinics, primary care physicians, and even individuals who had no access to care at all. My strategies for how to win the case have made me one of the top experts in Social Security law in the entire nation. My life and my career were going great. And then one day it all came crashing down. It started first with some abdominal pains. And before I knew it, I'd been admitted to the hospital several times and I required multiple surgeries. I found myself unable to work and disabled and in desperate need of my own benefits. I understand exactly how you feel. I was in your shoes. And I'm going to take you through the process and help you and give you everything that I know so that you can win your case. I'm recovered and I'm back at work. And I have a newfound passion for helping disabled people because I myself have been there too. Call our office today for a free screening and to see how we can help you with your Social Security case. At the same time, enjoy these videos and webinars that we've prepared to you to help you understand how to win your Social Security case.
Hi everyone, this is Avi Leibovic and you're watching another one of the amazing webinars that are presented by Benefits for All. The topic of this webinar is the approval rates and the denial rates in the state of Connecticut. For those of you who are living in Connecticut, this webinar is especially for you because it's going to go ahead and it's going to explain to you what are your chances of winning or losing this case. I'm standing here in beautiful Mystic, Connecticut. It's the first time that I'm here. It's really very, very peaceful. It's very, very calming. It's very, very relaxing. If you listen quietly, you can kind of hear how peaceful and serene it is over here. I think all of us in life should be able to have those moments of serenity and those moments of harmony and those moments of calmness where we can find the inner peace that we all need. But at the same time, applying for disability benefits is anything but harmonious and anything but peaceful. In fact, it's a time of perhaps great stress, great pressure, a lot of anxiety, and just a general feeling of hopelessness and lost. After all, you don't feel well. You can barely make it to the doctor appointments or get the attention that you need. Perhaps you're having difficulty paying for your rent, your medications, food, basic items. So applying for Social Security benefits when it's very, very hard and very, very long and very time-consuming can be very difficult. The purpose in all of my webinars, for those of you who purchased it, is to teach you how to win your case on your own without the need of an attorney. Again, I always go ahead and I give a disclaimer. I think that it is in your best interest to hire an attorney and someone who is familiar with the law. But at the same time, I understand after speaking to thousands and thousands of people that many of you feel that perhaps you want to take a stab at it and do it on your own. So this webinar is for the people of Connecticut, and we're going to talk a little bit about what you have ahead of you, the mountain you have to climb in order to win your case. I'm going to hold some notes in front of me so that I get the numbers correctly. We talked about the process of applying for Social Security disability benefits, whether it's SSI, Supplemental Security Income, or it's SSDI, Social Security Disability Income. We said that first is an application level. If that gets denied, there's a reconsideration level. If that gets denied, there's a hearing level before an administrative law judge, before the ALJ. So let's talk about what exactly are those win rates. You ready? Okay, sit down. Get your pencils out if you want. If you live in Connecticut and you apply, your chances of winning an initial application on your first time around are 29.9%. 29.9%. Let's give another statistic. If you get denied at the application and you go ahead and you file a reconsideration, your chances of winning your reconsideration is what? Is 10.7%. Before we get to hearings and those statistics, let's go ahead and let's just digest what I just said. For those of you who understand statistics and who understand odds, or if you like to bet in sports, or perhaps Vegas or different games that require an understanding of statistics, that means for every application, for every 100 applications that are filed, only 29.9 of them, almost 30 of them, are going to win. The rest of them, the other 70, unfortunately they lose and they have to move to the reconsideration level, which is more months of waiting and more months of collecting more medical records. And if you get to the reconsideration and you hope that you're going to win in the reconsideration level, because after all you need the help and you need the money, what are your chances of winning at the reconsideration level? 10.7%. Only 10, almost 11 of you will win out of 100. Those are very concerning. So what are the national averages, and how does Connecticut match up with the national averages? Well, the national average on the application, the win average, is 31.9. Let's round it to 32%. Whereas we said the Connecticut average is 29.9. It's just 30%. So you have about a 2% difference. You're a little lower than the national average. It's not a great number, but that's what it is, 29.9%. On the reconsideration level, the national average is 11.2. You're coming in at 10.7, or let's round it up to 11, so you're right about the national average for reconsiderations. That means, again, no matter what your medical condition is, no matter what your age is, no matter what your past relevant work history is, or what your medical condition is in general, the average statistics are against you for winning your case. I know that's difficult to hear, and some of you may be getting very nervous as you're hearing this. But you don't need to be nervous, because I'm going to show you through these webinars how to win your case, hopefully on the first try. You have the opportunity, and I have the privilege of teaching you everything that I know in my head. I've represented thousands and thousands and thousands of claimants over my career, and I'm happy to share that with you, depending on how many of the webinars you purchased, whether you bought a basic package or whether you bought one of the more deluxe packages. It will determine on how many webinars you can watch, how much you will learn, and it will significantly increase your odds in winning your case. Again, I always encourage you to get an attorney, but again, you can go ahead and you can take a stab on it on your own. Now, if you get the hearing, okay, how does it work out at hearing? Well, your hearing win rate is 63%. That means if you have an attorney and you go to a hearing before an administrative law judge, 63% of you are going to win your case. That's not so bad, 63%. I always feel, and I sincerely believe, that the judges can determine, and they can they do a sniff test. They can smell out the legitimate claimants and the ones who are unfortunately very, very sick and truly disabled from those people who are just trying to maybe push an application through and get some little bit extra money. They're sick, but they're not totally disabled. They're just sick. So it's 63% win rate. What's the national average on the win rate at hearing? It's 58.5%. So 63 is a little bit higher than the national average, and you're doing okay. The bad news is that in order to get before a judge, you're going to have to wait 345 days right now, 345 days before you can get a hearing before a judge. That's the average. Now, again, you have to put that in perspective. 345 days, let's just round it to about a year, right? It's a little bit shy of a year. You have to remember that your initial application can take anywhere from 4 to 6 to 8 months, depending on how quickly you apply your paperwork. Your reconsideration, again, can take anywhere from 3 to 5 to 6 months, depending on how you put your paperwork. Then you have a hearing that's about a year, 345 days before you get before a judge. So you're really talking about, again, if you go to a hearing, you're talking about a minimum of a 1.5 year investment to 2 years investment, maybe a little bit higher than 2 years. So you have a long road ahead of you. It's not fun to work so hard. It's not fun to put in all this time. It's not fun to depend on that win and then not get it. So I'm going to give you everything that I have. I'm going to give it all to you so that you can win, and I want you to win. I really do want you to win. I want you to get the help that you need. Again, I encourage you, if you want, to select one of the packages that might entitle you to call our office and have a consultation with one of our attorneys, or alternatively to call our office and to hire us and have me personally go over your case, or one of my associates go over your case. What's also important for you to know if you live in Connecticut is that your win rates, depending at the office that you have your hearing at, the win rate in Hartford, Connecticut is 50.8, and the win rate in New Haven is 54.4. So again, you can't really select which ODAR you want to go to. It has more to do with your zip code and where you live in your residency, and you're assigned it. But perhaps from time to time, if you're able to move your case around, as of right now, the New Haven win rate is 54.4, whereas the Hartford win rate at hearing before a judge is 50.8. The last thing that I want to maybe point out is what is at stake over here. What's at stake over here for all of you who are applying for Social Security SSI benefits is you're really talking about $901 a month. How do I get $901 a month? We've talked before that there are two payments that are added together in order to come up with your SSI amount. The first payment is the federal amount, which right now is $733, and that's combined with a state supplement. The state of Connecticut adds to that federal amount another $168. So you take $733 from the federal government and $168 from the state government, and you're going to come to $901. That doesn't mean $901 is your total award. It means $901 for each month from the time that you submit your application and from the time that the judge feels that you had a proper onset date. That's when your disability began, until the application is approved. You're talking about $901 without any offsets or any other type of deductions, which we always need to take in consideration. So what do I have to say to my friends in Connecticut? The first thing I have to say is come down to Mystic, come check it out. I did. It's the first time I did, and I'm happy that I did. It's really very beautiful over here. It's very nice. I'm sorry that I'm out here during the day. I'd kind of like to see how nice it is during the day, and maybe if I swing around another time, I will do that. Come get a slice of pizza at the Mystic Pizza and walk around and see the stores. But also try to take in a little bit, if you can feel it through the webinar, take in a little bit some of the peacefulness, take in a little bit some of the serenity that's over here. Understand that within your own life, you can find those moments of peacefulness, those moments of serenity, irrespective of how you feel. There's good days and there's bad days and there's hot and cold days. We have to understand that that's kind of the way that the world works. As we know, there's ups and downs and highs and lows, ebbs and flows. And even for an attorney, we're going to have good cases and bad cases. We're going to have great days in front of the judge and bad days in front of the judge. I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. I'm just telling you that one thing I know is that if you're not prepared and you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to win your case. The odds are just against you. The numbers of applications, the numbers of recons that are denied are astronomical. You're hearing before the judge will just chop you to pieces. But as we said, the purpose of these webinars are to help you win your case without an attorney. If you listen to them, we're going to try to do the best we can. You can win your case. You should feel good about it. You should have a peacefulness in your heart about it. And at the same time, if you feel that even though you probably could do it on your own, you know what, maybe I'm going to call an attorney, or I'm going to call in benefits for all. I'm going to call Avi Leibovic. I like that guy to take a look at my case. It might be very well worth your while. From the bottom of my heart, I wish my friends in Connecticut all the best. I hope you feel good. I hope you get the support you need. I hope you win your case. I really truly hope you win your case. I know how much of a difference it is to win your case and to receive benefits. I have family members who receive Social Security disability benefits, and I help them with the application. But you know, to get that support to help you pay for perhaps medication, to pay for food, to pay for shelter, to pay for in-home health services if you need them, or any other type of assisted living and medication and prescriptions and things like that. You can't put a price on these basic necessities. So I hope you win. I think you're going to do terrific. Watch the webinars, buy some more. They have value. There is a value to education, there's a value to knowledge, and the more of that you have, the better chance you'll have in winning. Okay? All the best, and good luck on your application. Thanks a lot. Come check us out at benefitsforall.com. Thanks.